Last class, energy, nuclear fission, and nuclear fusion. What is the nuclear fission reaction? A neutron bombarding with the uranium 92 235 nucleus and splits into the barium 56 141 plus krypton 36 92, along with three neutrons are released in addition to the 200 million electron volts. Nuclear fission reactor. The NEET last year NEET question. Okay, why neutrons are involved in this reaction and what are the types of neutrons in this reaction? All yesterday we discussed. And final conclusion for proton and carbon nitrogen cycle. So what is the final expression? The four protons are fused to form the heavy nucleus 2,4 plus along with two positrons and 26.7 million electron volts energy released. So this is either proton cycle or carbon nitrogen cycle. This is a final component in nuclear fission reaction. This is a nuclear fusion reaction. Nuclear fusion. This is nuclear fission. So what yesterday my question is, what is the principle involved in atom bomb? Nuclear fission. Nuclear fission is the principle involved in the atom bomb. Nuclear fusion is the principle involved in the nuclear fusion is principle involved in the nuclear bomb is nuclear fusion, atomic bomb, nuclear fission. But in this nuclear fission process, 200 million electron volts is released, and the nuclear fusion process, 26.7 million electron volts released. But in the explosion of atom, less energy is released. The explosion of nuclear bomb, more energy is released. But in this reaction, finally, 26.7 million electron volts only released. So what in which reaction is more powerful? That is my question, but nobody is answering. So in which reaction more energy will be released? Here, in nuclear fission process, what is 92 atomic mass, number of protons? Here, 235 is number of nucleons. 235 number of nucleons. Nucleons means number of protons and number of neutrons. Nucleons, 235 nucleons. For in this nuclear fission reaction, so 235 nucleons per 235 nucleons, what is energy released? 200 million electron volts. For 235 nucleons, energy released is equal to 200 million electron volts. For one nucleon, what is energy released? So 200 divided by 235. For each nucleon, energy released for each nucleon, energy released 235, 200 by 235 is nearly 230, 235, 200 by 235. What is the value? $200 by 235. Divide 200 by 235. $200 by 235. $200 by 235. 0.9585. Yes, 85. 0.85 million electron volts. So nearly 0.9 million electron volts. 0. is nothing but 1. 1 million electron volts. 0.85. Right. So better take one rough notebook and paper. If you are 22 members are there, just you are calculate and okay, energy release for in the nuclear fission reaction is 1 million electron volts. Okay, the nuclear fusion reaction, how many nucleons are fusing? Four protons. This is mass number. For 4 nucleons, energy release is equal to 26.7 million electron volts for 4 nucleons. For 1 nucleon, for each nucleon, for 1 nucleon, what is energy release? So 26.7 divided by 4. 26.7 divided by 4. So 6.65, I think. 6.65, 6.7, almost 7 million electron volts. 6.657. 6.657 is 6.7. Okay, nearly 7 million electron volts. So in the nuclear fission process, energy released for each nucleon is 1 million electron volts. And the nuclear fusion energy released for each nucleon 7 million electron volts. So energy released for each nucleon in nuclear fusion process is 7 times greater than the nuclear fission reaction. So this is more powerful. And moreover, there is important point. Energy, how much mass is converted into energy, or fraction of energy is converted into fraction of mass is converted into energy. The nuclear fission process and the nuclear fission process important need based. So in nuclear fission process, what is the fraction of mass is converted into energy? How much amount of percentage of mass is converted into energy? For example, for 235, what 235 mass number? Number of nucleons, number of protons and number of neutrons. For example, let M be mass of proton, mass of neutron, almost small difference only. So mass of proton, mass of neutron is equal to mass of each nucleon. How many nucleons are there in uranium 92, 235 nucleons are there. Uranium 92, 235 nucleons are there. For mass of each nucleon is M. The total mass is number of nucleons into mass number. Mass of each nucleon gives total mass. For 235 M, AMU, what is energy released? 200 million electron volts. Understand that is it. If mass of each nucleon is M, mass of proton and mass of neutron, almost 0.0001 difference only is there. The mass of proton, mass of neutron is equal to M. How many number of nucleons are there in uranium 235? M is the mass of each nucleon. So total mass of the uranium nucleus 235 M. For 235 M, what is energy released? For this mass, what is energy released? 200 million electron volts. For delta, for each, what is the for energy release for each AMU? For 1 AMU, for 1 delta M is equal to 1 AMU for 1 atomic mass unit. For 1 atomic mass unit, what is energy release? So 931.5 million electron volts. Binding energy relation we discussed. So energy released or binding energy is equal to so delta M into C square. Delta M is grams or kilogram. The energy released in unit of Joule. If it is an atomic mass unit, it is an atomic mass unit. So delta M into the 931.5 million electron volts. For 1 AMU, if delta M is equal to 1 AMU, that energy release is equal to 931.5. So in binding energy, in the starting class we discussed. Okay. For 1 AMU, energy release is equal to 931.5 million electron volts. For 235 AMU, energy release is equal to atomic mass number 235. For how much mass is converted into? Total mass is 235. For 1 AMU, 235 into AMU. For delta X, for delta M, how much mass is converted here? Total mass is 235 M. For delta M mass, how much mass this is unknown. That one we have to calculate. So energy release is equal to 200 million electron volts for the mass delta M. For the mass delta M, energy release is equal to 200 million electron volts. For 1 AMU, mass is to the 931.5 million electron volts. So delta M by so 1 AMU is equal to for the 1 divided by 2. So 200 by divided by so 931.5. So delta M is equal to so 200 divided by so 931.5 into so 1 AMU. If it's a delta M division, so delta M, if it is a kilogram, 200 divided by so 931.5 into so 1 AMU. It is delta M also in AMU. This is one value 1 into 200 by 931. 200 by 931.5 divide first. Two hundred divided by 931. Take one rough paper and pen. Two hundred divided by 931 first. Copy it in physics regular notebook. Everybody take regular physics notebook and copy it each and every problem and concept also. Okay, now you are observing in revision process how you revise the all topics. So without having any material. So 200 divided by 931. Everybody take your one rough notebook or otherwise pick a regular notebook and copy the parallel to the what we discussed. 200 divided by 931.5. Minutes at least one. 0.215 AMU. 0.1 AMU. Everybody sleeping, I think. Just they are open that mobile. 2 minutes. 200 by 931.5 division at least one member not responding. Okay, for this delta M is equal to 931.5 AMU. For 1 AMU, 931.5 million electron volts energy is released. For final energy for unknown delta M mass, we get 200 million electron volts. For 1 AMU, 931. For delta M, we get 200 finally nuclear fission process. So delta M by 1 AMU is equal to 200 by 931.2, 200 by 931.2. This is 1 into 200, 200 by 931. This is 0.215. So what is the fraction of mass is converted? What is the fraction of mass is converted? Fraction of. So delta M by what is initial mass? So 235 with delta M AMU and 235 into mass of each nuclear M. 1 AMU is equal to M get cancelled. So delta M by 235 is equal to 0.215. Here otherwise 235 number of nucleons into mass of each net means M. Delta M. So 235 AMU. 1 AMU. M in terms of also 1 AMU. Mass of each nucleon is M. Delta M, what is the unit? 235. So delta M is equal to 0.215 into 235. Fraction we have to convert it. This is delta M. Delta M is 0.215. Fraction of mass is converted. So delta M divided by 235. 0.215 divided by 235. What is this? And how to get percentage? So delta M divided by 235 into 100. So 0.215 divided by 235 into 100. Fraction is multiplied with 100. Fraction is multiplied with 100. So 215 into 100. So 21.5 by 235. So 21.5 divided by 235. So nearly 0.1%. Again, why I can wait 5 minutes. So 0.5, 0.1% in nuclear fission process. What is the percentage of mass is converted into energy? So 0.5, 0.1 AMU. And similarly, nuclear fission also. For 1 AMU, for 1 atomic mass unit, what is energy released? So 931.5 million electron volts energy. For how much mass is increased? For the delta M, what is energy released? So 26.7 million electron volts. For delta M, mass is increased. For delta M mass in nuclear fission process, how much mass defect is there in nuclear fission also? So 26.7 million electron volts. And delta M divided by 1 AMU is equal to 26.7 divided by 931.5. So delta M is equal to something we get. So after that fraction of percentage of mass. Delta M divided by 4 AMU. 4 AMU is equal to 26.7 divided by 931.5 into 4. Delta M divided by 4 into 100. That is percentage. 26.7 divided by 931.5 into 4 into 100. 4 into 100. So this is 2670 divided by, so 931.5 into 4, that gives 0.7 percentage. In nuclear fission, how much mass is converted into energy? 0.1% only. In nuclear fusion, 0.7%, 7 times greater. The energy released for each fission also 7 times greater. Already you discussed the fund. Energy released for each uh, each fission, each nuclear 1% in nuclear fission, 7% in nuclear fusion. So anyhow, more mass is converted into nuclear fusion also. More mass is converted into nuclear fusion also. Energy released for each nucleon is 7 times. Mass is converted into energy 7 times, and energy released for each nucleon is 7 times. So nuclear fusion reaction is more powerful than nuclear fission reaction. Okay, what are the main differences between nuclear fission and nuclear fusion? So what is the nuclear fission differences? Concept-based questions. Heavy nucleus split into 2 or more than 2 nuclei of intermediate mass number and releasing energy along with 3 neutrons. Splitting. Heavy nucleus is split into lighter. Here nuclear fission, lighter nuclei is converted into stable nucleus. Heavy nucleus is split into lighter nuclei, and lighter nucleus are split into, and lighter nuclei are combining into heavy nucleus. Splitting process of fusion process. Okay. In this reaction, what are the particles are required? Neutrons are required for this process. And in this process, protons are required. Either proton-proton cycle or carbon-nitrogen cycle. In this process, protons are required. In this process, neutrons are required. And third point, the difference between nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. So this process is conducted at normal temperature and pressure, but this process is converted into high temperature region. It is not possible to conduct at normal temperature and pressure, because why it is not conducted at room temperature and pressure we discussed, because of repulsive force between two nuclears. High energy is required to overcome the repulsive force. We have to provide some energy in the form of kinetic energy. So to provide the kinetic energy increased with the absolute temperature K is equal to 3 by 2 K2 based on that relation. So this process is conducted at high temperature, only about 10 power 6 or 10 power 7 Kelvin. And this is possible at room temperature and pressure only. And the fourth point difference, what is energy released for each nuclear? Energy released for each nuclear is 1 billion electron volts. Here, energy released for each nuclear 7 million electron volts, sometimes greater. And the fifth point, what is the percentage of mass is converted into energy? Now only we complete. So 0.7 percentage mass is converted into energy. And here 0.7 percentage. 0.1% of mass is converted. Keep in mind this point already in national wide exams different. They are this question is repeated and they are different. What is the difference between not asking the all questions? Mainly, which process is converted into at room temperature and pressure, or in nuclear fission? What are the elements are required for the nuclear fission process, and what are the elements are required for the nuclear fusion process? So that type of questions. So 0.1% of mass is converted into energy. Here 0.7% mass is converted into energy. And in this reaction, harmful particles are released in nuclear fission process. So in nuclear fusion process, no harmful particles are released. So harmful particles are released in nuclear fission process. No harmful particles are released in the nuclear process. These are the differences between nuclear fission and the nuclear fusion process. And nuclear fission process and nuclear fusion process are exoergic reactions. So what is the exoergic reactions? Are two types: exoergic reaction and endoergic reaction. Exoergic reaction, exoergic reaction, and endoergic reaction. So exo and endoergic reaction. Okay, important. Do two reactions. Okay, exoergic reaction. The energy, the reaction in which energy released, the reaction in which energy released is called exoergic reaction. The reaction in which energy is observed, that is endoergic reaction. But nuclear fission and nuclear fusion, in which reaction energy is released? Nuclear fusion. In which reaction energy is released? Tell me. Already nuclear fusion. Right. Nuclear fusion energy release. Nuclear fusion. In which reaction energy is released? That is my question. What is your answer? One by answering. In a nuclear fusion process, energy released. Nuclear fission. Venasrani both. One girl, Netriya nuclear fission. Pavitranu both. Fission process. Nuclear fission process. So nuclear fission process only energy released. Some students are their opinion. Fission process only energy release. Fusion process not energy release. Okay, so that one thinking, way of thinking, same. One person, I am only explaining, but different students are understanding. Both reactions are in both reactions energy released. They are understand. But every time we are discussing energy released. I didn't use a single word. In this case, energy is observed. Till before explaining the endoergic reaction, energy is observed. I cannot use that word. Even though how you are decided the energy release, this is in this reaction only energy release. While explaining nuclear fission, both energy release. I am using that word only. And already board exams also you are prepared. Nuclear fission and nuclear fission. But why you are concluded in that nuclear fission only energy is released. Or some students are nuclear fission only energy released. Huh? So understanding that both reactions, 200 million electrons energy released and 26.7 million electrons energy released. That one only we are using in a nuclear fission process. 200 million electrons energy observed. I used that word in nuclear fission process. 200 million electrons energy is observed, or otherwise at the time of explaining of nuclear fusion, 26.7 million electrons energy is observed. I used that word. Now while discussing the concept, in this case, 0.1% mass is converted into energy. 0.7% of mass is converted into energy. 1 million energy released for each nucleon. 1 energy released for each nucleon. 7 energy released for each nucleon. Energy released for each nucleon in this process. 7 sometimes greater. So nuclear fission and nuclear fusion both are exoergic reaction. Exoergic reaction. Nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. What do you understand? Eating and now sleeping. That's why just use. While explaining that both reactions, we are using that word only single word. Energy released 26 point. Energy released 200. Okay, some students are right. They are good. They are giving both in both energies, both reactions. Energy is released. Energy is released. Nuclear fission and nuclear fusion process, exoergic reaction only. Endoergic reaction, if it is some case, energy is observing that reaction name is endoergic. But according to our syllabus, in nuclear fission and nuclear fusion, both are exoergic reaction only. In both cases, energy is released. Energy is released. Okay, nuclear fission, nuclear fusion, both are energy released only. Both cases, energy released only. Right. So, what is exoergic reaction? The energy, the reaction which energy is released is called exoergic reaction. Both nuclear fusion or exoergic reaction only. Okay. And what is, for example, X is converted into Y. Exoergic reaction. Exoergic reaction. X plus Y is converted into P plus Q, or X plus Y is converted into R plus S, plus energy is released. X plus Y is converted into R plus S and releasing exoergic reaction and releasing some amount of energy Q value. Sometimes they are using that word also. Calculate Q value. Q value means energy released in this one. Okay, here what is X plus Y? What is the name of X plus Y? What is the name of X plus Y? In this reaction, how you call that X plus Y? What are the names of X plus Y? Before that reaction, after that reaction, reactants. Okay, these two are reactants. Right. And these two are products. Okay, what are the nucleons? What are the nucleus involved in this reaction? These are reactants, and this is product. So in exoergic reaction, okay, everybody attended mode, or some is 30 members, right? What better? Important. Nuclear fission process. Okay, this equation based questions need level. The equation based questions. In exoergic reaction, nuclear fission both are exoergic reaction only. In exoergic reaction, this X plus Y is called reactants and R plus is your product. First point. In exoergic reaction, the total mass of the reactants is greater than total mass of the product. So anyhow, mass defect is there. So to convert reactants into product, at the time if reactants are in the exoergic reactants and produces products, in that process energy is released. In this process, mass defect is there. Mass defect means, in this process, mass of total mass of the reactants is greater than total mass of the product. So how to calculate mass defect? Delta M is equal to total mass of the reactants minus total mass of the product. Mass defect is there in exoergic reaction. How to calculate that mass is a defect? Total mass of the reactants minus total mass of the product. Okay. And how to calculate energy released for this defect? Energy released or Q value. Already we discussed how to calculate. If mass defect is there, there are generally masses of the reactants and masses of the products are estimated in terms of atomic mass unit, nuclear mass. So delta M is equal to, if delta M is atomic mass unit, AMU, how to calculate energy released or Q value? Delta M into 931.5 billion electron volts. Okay, in exoergic reaction, moreover, okay, one more question. Important. Exoergic reaction, nuclear fission process. I am only arising the doubt. Finally, I will Exoergic nuclear fission reaction, nuclear fusion reaction, both are exoergic reaction. In exoergic reaction, mass of the reactants, mass of greater than mass of the product. But what is nuclear fusion? The definition, nuclear fusion definition: two lighter nuclei fuse together and to form heavier nucleus. Four protons are combining to form heavier nucleus. 2 helium-24 plus 2 positron plus along with 26.7 energy is released. Energy is released. If energy is released, that is exoergic reaction. Energy released, that is exoergic. In exoergic reaction, mass of the reactants is greater than mass of the product. That means total in nuclear fusion also, mass of the delta M is equal to mass of the reactants greater than that mass of the product. And you are understanding my key point. Nuclear fusion also energy is released. Energy is released means that is exoergic reaction. In exoergic reaction, whatever it is, nuclear fusion or nuclear fission, mass of the reactants is greater than mass of the product. But what is the definition of nuclear fusion? Two or more than two lighter nuclei combined to form a heavier nucleus. Nuclear fusion. In which reaction mass is in nuclear fusion, mass decrease or mass increase? In nuclear fusion process, mass increase or mass decrease? Avitran. That's why I'm explaining that point. In nuclear fission process, that's why I'm explaining. For example, if that person is giving in a NEET exams, almost 99% of student, no doubt at all. Even 1% may chance. 99% in nuclear fusion. In nuclear fusion process, mass is increased, decreased, remains the same, none of the above. Which one is correct? In nuclear fusion process, mass is increased, mass is decreased, remains the same, none. Just 31 members are there. Just okay, if it takes time, even though we have to spend some time, next time, okay, already we discussed that point. At least 50% of students possible to understand the situation. Simply, this is a nuclear process without explanation properly. We had to not spending more time. They are simply that diverting that point. That's why I am stressing this point. This is important. 99% of students, if in the nuclear fusion process, mass is increased or decreased? Decreased. One member only decreased. Okay, right. Decreased. Increased. Dinesh Balaji. Increased. Two members are increased. One member remains same. What is our present topic in the previous last 5 minutes? Nuclear fission process. Nuclear fusion, in both cases energy is released. Understand? Okay, try to understand the concept. In nuclear fission, N001 plus uranium 92 235 gives barium plus krypton plus 3 neutrons along with 200 million electrons. Okay. In both cases, energy is released. First point. In both cases, energy is released. In both cases, first energy is released. No doubt at all. Okay. Next, second point. If energy is released in any reaction, energy is released. That is exoergic reaction. Second point. In any nuclear reaction, energy is released. That reaction is exoergic reaction. Second point. If it is exoergic reaction, energy is released. We have to confine that is exoergic. In exoergic reaction, definitely, no doubt at all. In exoergic reaction, total mass of the reactants must be greater than total mass of the product. If it is exoergic reaction, total mass of the reactants is greater than total mass of the product. Mass defect is equal to total mass of the reactants minus total mass of the product. AME. How to calculate energy released? Delta Q is equal to delta M into 931.5. So, what is our final conclusion? First, my question is nuclear fusion reaction, energy released or not? Energy is released. Are you confined? Are you fixed? In nuclear fusion, energy released or not? Released. Okay. If it is energy released, what is that reaction? If it is in this reaction, energy is released, what is that reaction? If it is energy is released, what is that reaction? In exoergic reaction, what is the condition? Mass of reactants is greater than mass of product. In this case also, mass defect is there. Mass is decreased. Okay. In nuclear fusion also, mass is decreased. Okay, I will explain with a numerical, no problem. Okay, in nuclear fusion, in both cases, mass is decreased. In nuclear fusion process, anyhow, it is a splitting process. Every student, 100% of student can understand it. Okay, mass is decreased. But in nuclear fusion also, mass is decreased. To believe it, because it is not a magic. It is a science. If it energy released, it is a science. If it is energy released is equal to exoergic reaction. If it is exoergic reaction, this is not my physics. So many members are doing that work and they are finally giving. We are discussing that one only. You and me are just a medium only. Okay, we are not creating the physics. We are not developing. Already some great persons are developed this. If it is energy nuclear fusion process, energy is released. If it is energy released, that is exoergic reaction. If it is exoergic reaction, that is mass of the reactants is greater than mass of product, and delta M is equal to total mass of the reactant. Total mass of the reactants means mass of the X. Total mass of the reactants, where MR is equal to mass of X plus mass of Y, and mass of product means mass of R plus mass of S. And after calculating mass defect, delta energy released RQ value is equal to delta M into 931.5 million electron volts. This is 1 point. Sometimes, if this is atomic number of X, mass number of X is P, this is Q, or S, A, B. Mass number of X, A, B, C, D. Mass number of X, A, mass number of B, mass number of Y is B, mass number of R is C, mass number of R is C, mass number of S is D. If directly energy that energy released in the form of, so delta Q equal delta M into 931. For example, if directly binding energy of for X, binding energy of for Y, binding energy of X, binding energy of Y, binding energy of R, binding energy of T is given, energy released is equal to third point. Energy released Q is equal to directly binding energy of X, binding energy of X, binding energy of Y, binding energy of R, binding energy of S is given. Total binding energy of product minus, so binding energy of reactants. So this point is energy released. Energy is released. Delta M, mass of the reactants greater, energy released. Conservation based on that conservation of energy. Total binding energy of product minus total binding energy of reactants. Total binding energy of product means, so Q value, total binding energy of product means, so binding energy of X plus binding energy of binding energy of R plus binding energy of S minus total binding energy of reactants, binding energy of X plus binding energy of Y. Fourth point. If binding energy per nucleon of X, binding energy per nucleon of X, binding energy of per nucleon of Y, binding energy per nucleon of R, binding energy per nucleon is given. So definitely we have to convert it in binding energy form. Binding energy of per X is binding energy per nucleon of X is given something, for example, 2 million electron volts. Binding energy per nucleon of X is 2 million electron volts. How to calculate binding energy of X? Binding energy per nucleon of X is given something value. How to calculate binding energy of X? For each nucleon is 2 million electron volts. Mass number is A. How to calculate binding energy of X? Binding energy per each, yes. For each nucleon is 2 into what is the total mass of X? A into A. If it is 4, for example, if it is 4, for each nucleon is 2 mu. For 4 nucleons into 4. For example, if X mass number of X is 4, binding energy for each nucleon is 2 million electron volts. For each nucleon, 2 million electrons. For example, X consists of 4 nucleons. What is the binding energy of X? For binding energy of each nucleon into total number of nucleons into A. Okay. Similarly, if binding energy per nucleon of Y is 4. Okay. So binding energy of Y. Tell me how to calculate binding energy per nucleon of 4 MeV. Binding energy of Y is equal to binding energy per nucleon of Y into total mass number V, and binding energy per nucleon of R is 3 million electron volts. Binding energy per nucleon of R. What is the binding energy of R? Binding energy per each nucleon is 3 into total mass number C. So binding energy, not only one, similar way, binding energy per nucleon of S is equal to 4-5 million electrons. Example, binding energy per nucleon of S is 5 million electrons. Binding energy of S is equal to binding energy per nucleon into total number of nucleons B. After calculating binding energy of X, binding energy of Y, binding energy of R, binding energy of S, then only we have to calculate the value of Q. It is the difference of total binding energy of products minus binding energy of reactants. So 4 points. In a nuclear fusion process, all reactions, if any question based on that reaction, 4 models, masses are given, masses of products, so masses of reactants are given. How to calculate mass defect? First point, number 1 point. Total mass of the reactants minus total mass of the product. So this is a method. If masses of X, masses of Y, total masses of the reactants, products are given. This is a process. This is a method for all problems. So based on this, all nuclear reactions, any reaction is given, just you have to calculate the 4 value. We have to identify these 4 points. Now, all reactions not based on the 4 points. Masses are given. This is a method to calculate mass defect. After calculating mass defect, and how to calculate energy release, mass defect in that reaction into 931 point over. Problem is over. Second, if mass binding energy of reactants, binding energy of products is given, how to calculate the Q? That is second method. Binding energies are given. Mass, second model problem. If masses are given, this is the binding energies are given directly. Energy release is equal to binding energy of product minus binding energy of reactants. And binding energy of product means binding energy of R plus binding energy of S minus binding energy of X plus Y. The difference, energy forms only. This is energy released, and these are energy. Energy only, we have to equate energy only. Binding energy, this is energy. So energy equation. Energy equation. But here, energy is released means if binding energy per nucleon is given, binding energy per nucleon, energy released, both are not equal. So we had to convert it fourth model. Sometimes in some newer reactions, they are given binding energy per nucleon. So directly we didn't subtract binding energy per nucleon. Binding energy per nucleon of protons, product nucleons, don't subtract. That's why I'm explaining. In reactions, binding energy per nucleon is given. After converting that binding energy of each nucleon only, we have to subtract binding energy of products minus binding energy of reactants. That equal to energy released. Not the difference of binding energy per nucleon. Okay, clear my understand everyone, my point. After converting the binding energy per nucleon into binding energy only, we have to subtract it because this is energy form, this is energy form, this is energy form. Energy. After converting that energy only, you have to subtract. The difference of energy is equal to another energy, that is energy release. Model 1, mass defect is given. Masses are given. After calculated mass defect, energy release Q is equal to delta into 931 point. Second model. Directly binding energies of product and reactants are given. Energy released RQ value is equal to binding energy of product minus binding energy of reactants. Third model, binding energy for each nucleon is given. After converting the binding energy per nucleon into binding energy, then only you have to calculate energy released for total binding energy of reactants, total binding energy of product minus total binding energy of reactants. Okay, these formulas. Tomorrow, next class, we will do problems. Why in nuclear fusion also, why is mass defect? Okay, with the so problems we have to prove that one also. Nuclear fusion also mass defect is there. Opposite to the definition. Definition heavy two or more than trilateral nuclei to fuse together and to form a heavy nucleus. We have discussed the definition. But in in nuclear fusion also mass defect is there. Next, tomorrow we will solve some few problems based on the nuclear reactions, exergic reaction. Important. Need to. Okay. Bye.